Okay, class, let's talk about proper APA format when referencing an article that you may have read in a journal. If your authors, say, are Patricia Powers and John Doe, you're going to want to start by including the author's last names and first initials, separated by a comma. So you're going to say last name, comma, first initial, period, comma, and you're going to put the little and symbol along with the second author's last name, comma, first initial, period, and space. You're going to have spaces here. You're going to have spaces in your normal places where you would space after things like that. You're also going to put the publication date. Let's say it's 2013. You're going to put that in parentheses with a period and a space after that. Your next thing will be the name of the article that you read. So let's say that the name of the article is Fake Article About Cats. A made up story. Okay, you're going to notice here that the first letter of the article name is capitalized, whereas the other letters are not. See these letters? They're not. But what you also will notice is that the first letter that comes after a colon is capitalized. So in your journal article name, if you have a colon, you're only going to capitalize the very first letter, the first letter that comes after a colon, and then you'll also capitalize anything that is a proper name or proper noun. You would also capitalize that as well. So that's gotten you through the article name. So now you're also going to need to cite the journal name. The journal name is capitalized except for any small words under 3 letters like and, it, those kinds of things. So let's say that this is the Journal of Psychology. Okay, and I put this in cursive for you to see that this is all stuff that should be in italics. So you're going to start italics for all of that is in italics. You're also going to put in a comma after this, and you're going to put in the volume number. So let's say the volume number is 18. Okay, that is also going to be in italics. And this is where it gets a little confusing. After you put the volume number, you're also going to not put a space. You don't need a space at all, but you're going to put the issue number as well, and then a comma. So this part, the volume number, would be in italics, whereas this number, the issue number, is not in italics. And I know that's a little confusing, but that's something that is specific to APA, and you'll have to remember that. Again, separating everything with commas. After you have your volume number and your issue number, then that's when you're going to put your page numbers. So let's say it's page 107 through 121. Okay, you notice that there is just page numbers here. We didn't say P period or PP period or pages or PGS or anything like that. All you need is just the page number separated by a hyphen, no spaces in there, nothing like that. Since this normally you're going to be looking at electronic sources, your final thing in your reference is going to be your DOI number, and that's in lowercase, and it's followed by a colon, and then whatever the number is, which, whatever it is listed, and you're going to include that at the very end. And that's it. That will be your reference. Now, when you go to actually cite that reference in your writing, you're going to write your sentence, and you're going to end it by putting Powers and Doe, comma, 2013, into parentheses and a period. Now, you notice here the P is capitalized, the D is capitalized, and the symbol that you're using is an and symbol. If you are citing within a sentence, then you're going to actually spell out and, A-N-D. So you may say Powers and Doe, and then in parentheses 2013, indicated blah blah blah, whatever it is, period. Now, the other thing that you're going to need to know is if you are citing something that is a direct quote. In APA, you always have to include the page number for direct quotes. So if you're saying quotation marks, blah, 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 in quotation marks, you're going to need to then put Powers and Doe, comma, 2013, comma, P, period, 110, in parentheses, and period. That's how you will cite something that is a direct quote. There are other ways to do this as well. Again, if you are citing in a sentence and you want to say Powers and you're not going to have that symbol and. You're going to, if it's in your writing, you're going to say Powers and, spelling out and, Doe, (2013), comma, P, period, space, 110, indicated blah, 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 in parentheses, period. Punctuation inside the parentheses at this point. So that's the other thing that you need to know. So again, overview is that you're going to spell out and if you're including it in your writing. If it's included in the end of a sentence, you're going to have the names with the and symbol and the year. And again, if you're going to cite a direct quote, then you always will have to include the page number. Now, if it's something that you do not have a page number for, say it's something that you found on a website or some sort of article that does not have page numbers, you can cite the section number or the paragraph number or some other way that someone would be able to figure out where you got that quotation from. So that was just, again, a really brief, broad overview of APA reference for an article. Again, I know that you will, be citing books and other electronic sources, but the primary thing that you're citing is journal articles. So I just wanted to make sure that you're comfortable with citing those articles and writing a reference, a full, complete, correct reference for those journals and the articles that are contained therein. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Or if you're comfortable with that, but you do have some questions about writing a reference for a book or an online source or that kind of thing, please just let me know. I want you to get comfortable with it, and I want you to be able to leave the class with a little bit of an understanding and expertise in that area. So just let me know. Thank you so much.